Happy New Year's everyone, and I am really in the festive mood today. Today's video is gonna be, I don't know how I'm gonna edit this because it's gonna be very chaotic because I love talking about this topic, and you already know by the title, but I love to talk about hijab in general. But also, before I was a hijabi a year ago, it was literally my whole personality, and it still is very like, I'm a very fashionista person. I love to dress up, I love to overdress, and you know how like girls love to like get ready to go out more than they actually like to go out? That's me right there. And today I just wanted to make a video to all the girlies who are struggling to put on the hijab, struggling to wear the hijab, or style the hijab and feel like a queen, feel like a princess. Because honestly, it did take me this long to create an identity for myself as a hijabi and make it very fashionable, make it very me, but also have modesty in that. You know, I don't know, I'm a very loud person and it can be overwhelming for some people, and when I put on the hijab, I honestly like went really quiet for some time. And it's not like a bad thing, it's not to throw shade at the hijab, but it's just I didn't know how to wear it exactly. And the first thing that my family members taught me was that hijab is first and foremost your manners and how you act and how you present yourself. I only started really getting into fashion a couple, like 2 or 3 years ago, and right after I got really good at it, I was like, I'm gonna become a hijabi now. So I did, and the first couple years, or the first couple months actually, I'm gonna say, it's only been a little over a year since I started wearing the hijab, and I'm literally so proud of myself. And if you just started wearing the hijab, you should be proud of yourself too, because you're gonna meet that mark, and you're gonna exceed that mark, and you're gonna be chef's kiss amazing. So I thought, because you know, in this day and age, I'm gonna be a hijabi in this day and age, and it's gonna be like crazy because I'm already gonna have all my styles figured out. No. It was really far from the truth, because first of all, the clothes that I had didn't quite match my hijab style yet. They were also not that, like, they weren't immodest, like they weren't revealing or whatnot, but they weren't really for hijabis. Like I had some shorter things, and I also wore short sleeves in the summer, so I just needed to make a video on how to stay very fashionable in your hijab and how to find your fashion sense, fashion style, and how to wear clothes that really suit you, not only suit you as a person, but also suit you as a hijabi. And this, like, I'm very grateful to say I've been on this journey for over a year, and I'm really proud of myself, and I'm really proud of you. And if you're watching this video, it's because, I mean, hopefully it's because you want to wear the hijab, right? And it all starts with the mindset, with the mindset shift that's like, I'm gonna wear the hijab and I'm gonna rock it. Because if I show you some pictures, if I show you pictures of me wearing the hijab a couple months ago, where I thought I looked cute, and I felt I looked cute, and people told me I looked good, I was like, I look good, right? And now I look back at them and I'm like, I have to go through a whole character development phase, which lasted at least 6 months. So if you're going through that phase right now, or if you're scared of going through that phase, just know, I swear to you, it is gonna pass. There are pictures I look back on and I'm like, honestly, there's something, like when you think you ate in that moment, like you're like, oh, I rocked that. People actually do think you rocked it. So maybe other people didn't think it was bad, but now I look back and I'm like, oh, it wasn't the best. So let's start with the first tip. It's really just coming from my heart, and if you can tell from this video, I'm like literally radiating energy. I'm for the people that are struggling, for the girls that are struggling to put on the hijab, just know I love you and I'm proud of you, and I'm sending you so many prayers and sabr, because it's hard. It's hard to go against the grain. You're going closer to your religion. You're becoming more religious, and you're becoming a better person. So the first step to this is the mindset shift. That's like I said, I'm gonna be a hijabi soon. There were always times for me where I wanted to wear the hijab, but it wasn't like a full-on want or a need for it. You need to actually put it in your head and in your heart that you're gonna be a hijabi soon. Before I even started wearing the hijab, I donated or gave away all the clothes that I considered very immodest to my degree. And I don't know, some people, everyone's degrees are different, everyone's standards are different. considering modesty and immodesty and whatever, because it's subjective, right? And I threw out a lot of things that didn't cover my bottom, that were very tight and that were see-through. I didn't have a lot of those, but I did throw out a couple things, and I started wearing things that covered all my body, like even if it was a little bit tighter, even if it wasn't as loose as I wanted it to be, because you can't just get rid of all your clothes, right? It's just not financially and realistically, it's not realistic. That's great. It was not realistic for me as a person who is this young and didn't make money yet to throw out all my clothes and reinvent a whole closet for myself. Like, that is just not possible. And a lot of people that are starting to wear the hijab, they're still young. Like, we don't have the money to do that right now, and the economy is... So what you need to do is get rid of your very, very immodest clothes, and probably the ones that are borderline on border. And if you think it's kind of immodest, like, get rid of it. Just done. And start covering more and more of your body. And then you have to get into the mindset that's like, when would a hijabi act like this? Because it really is, the hijab, it just means a curtain. It just means a shield, and it doesn't necessarily have to be physical. I know some people who do not wear the hijab, but are so modest, and I feel so, like, at peace with them. Like, I don't know, they make me feel at peace, and they themselves feel at peace, and talk in a very calm tone. They don't use bad words, they don't use bad language, they're very positive all the time, and they don't make you feel uncomfortable. Like, they're very classy, I would say. Even if age does not matter, okay? I know some people who are very, very classy at a very young age. It all starts with the mindset. The next thing, you have to figure out what your current style is, and if it does or doesn't fit the hijab style. What I mean by this is, like, is it immodest? Do you wear ripped clothes? Do you wear booty shorts? Because honestly, sometimes you do need a slap in the face. You can't go from wearing booty shorts to wearing a full abaya or jilbab in 2 days. You can't do it. It's a very, very mellow process, and it's very, like, it's very hard to do. So I would not suggest going straight from one very immodest thing to going to be very modest and very religious, because you're gonna get a lot of backlash. Not only that, but you're gonna feel so bad about yourself, and you're gonna hate being constricted so much. Because if you've been not covering for so long and now you finally want to cover, you gotta start small. And you're gonna hear a lot of hijabis say this, and I'm saying this because I've actually been through it. And y'all, like, there are differences in advice that people Google search, ChatGPT, and versus advice that actually people did. And I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart. Start wearing the hijab some days, or to do some things, to go run some errands. We have every Saturday we have, like, Saturday school, which is we go to the masjid and we learn, and we do Islamic studies and Quran studying, and we do Quran readings and all that stuff. And that is when I started wearing the hijab, like, only on Saturdays. I was like, okay, only on Saturdays, it's all good. And the whole time we were there, I would wear the hijab. And yes, when we left, I would take it off, and like, you feel a little bit of shame. Like, after you start wearing the hijab for so long, for so many days, after you take it off, you feel shame. Like, I personally felt a lot of shame after I took it off every Saturday. Like, we were done with Saturday school, and I'd take it off, and I'd go outside and wherever without my hijab, and I would feel bad. I'd feel kind of like, you know how you feel naked without your phone? That's basically what I felt. But it was more than that, because if you start wearing a hijab to run errands, or you start wearing the hijab to do, like, little tasks, it becomes a part of your life, which makes it easier to ease into the hijab fully. And it makes it not a very daunting task. And if you already have clothes that you can wear to the masjid, or that you can wear to pray and all that stuff, it's going to be so much easier for you to ease into it closet-wise. But what I mean by that is, like, with your clothes. The next one is find out if you want that style to come with you on your hijab journey. Like, if you have always been a street style girly, I know so many cute looks, like street style looks, that are so, like, hijabis rock that ish, and they're so good at it, and it's so cute, and it makes me so happy. And I'm like, we can actually be fashionable and modest. And I don't know, I only look at pictures, so I don't know what their actual personality is like or whatnot, but I do know they do rock those outfits. Or if you've always been a classy girl, there are so many hijabi influencers that dress very classy. Or if you're into the very preppy look, there are so many hijabis that dress preppy. If you're into anime, I know so many hijabis that are really into anime, and they wear not like costumes, but they make it like really, really cute. They wear things inspired by anime, and I'm like, wow, you can rock that and you can make it look good too. Like I love looking at like anime inspired hijabi pictures, but personally it's not my style. You get to decide whatever is your style and what you want to be, basically. When you're becoming hijabi though, you're creating an alter ego for yourself. You're creating a version of you that's more modest, that dresses like chef's kiss, that dresses like the dream girl, and you become that alter ego once you transition fully into being a hijabi. And I love this part of the hijab. So we've all heard the color wheel theory, and how your skin tone and your face shape and your features are a very big indicator on what season you are, right? And if you've been on this side of the internet, it's a big rabbit hole, and it's kind of daunting. But I only needed to learn very, very little things, and just needed to observe myself to know what season I am and what saturations and whatnot. So I am winter, which means like low saturation stuff, but also very pigmented, like dark and cool toned clothes look better on me. I'm not a very warm toned girly, because I look sick in yellow and in orange, and there's no way you can really make yellow a cool tone. But see, that's why I don't wear yellow, and that's why I don't wear orange. So there are some colors in my closet that I lack because it just does not look good with my skin tone. And you might be a spring or an autumn or a summer, and you just don't have some like dark red color in your closet, or a dark blue color, or a green color maybe in your closet. So you gotta find your color palette and your color season. Basically, the low saturation ones are, I think, winter and summer, if I'm not wrong. And then the cool toned are also winter and summer. Autumn and spring are warm tone, high saturation, I think. I don't know what I'm talking about. But if you have very definite features, like your brows and your eyes and your lips and your nose and whatever, they all stand out by themselves and with all your face, then you are a high saturation girly. And if you have blue or purple veins instead of green veins, then you're a cold, like cool tone girly. So that's how you can tell. And I'll put a color wheel over here, and the seasons too, might as well add that. But that's just, you just gotta learn, you just gotta go down that rabbit hole for like a day, figure it out, and you will, I promise you, this changed me so much, because I used to wear colors that were so not fitting for me even before I was hijabi. And after I became a hijabi, they drained me even more. I would put on hijabs, that colors that drained my face. Like this brown from Culture Hijab, I think, but this brown is so cool toned that it looks so good. With my mom though, she's a warm tone, and it looks very sickening almost. The next hack, which is not even a hack, it's literally you have to use logic, is your lifestyle. Are you a student? Are you a mom? Are you a college student? Are you a little kid? Are you a grandma? Like, your outfits and your style has to integrate with your lifestyle very easily. Like, you can't be looking like a 50-year-old grandma while you're in college or while you're in high school. Like, can we stop? Sometimes it works using nuance, like very, very little times it works, but you have to integrate it into your lifestyle. Like, you can't afford, okay, as a college student or as a student in general, you can't afford really expensive items. You can't afford really classy looking items. You know what I mean? Like, you can't afford looking like Kate Middleton when you're in high school or college. You just can't. Like, once you get married, that's also another whole different lifestyle. You just have to find a style and clothes fits your lifestyle, because whatever fits in your lifestyle, it will be easy, and easing into the hijab will be much easier if you count in your lifestyle. I made the mistake last year of wanting to look like an influencer. Okay, this influencer, I really, really like her, and I love how she dresses, and it's amazing, but I like forgot to put in the nuance that she's literally like a mom. Like, she she's so much older, and she dresses much classier because she's older, because she can afford it and whatnot. And I was like, why do I not look like that? Because you're not as old as her and you don't have that lifestyle. So use nuance when you're looking at like hijab inspo, hijab outfit inspo. Use nuance, and when shopping also use nuance. Like, you don't want to be going bankrupt because you bought an abaya for $90. What is this economy? Getting next into the tips, basically, is layering. Layering is gonna be your best friend, because especially if you don't have a hijabi closet, like if you don't have a curated list of items that are like mix and matched capsule wardrobe and whatnot, if you don't have those, you have to make do with what you got. You have to be in a survival mode for a little bit so that you can be in thrival mode. So you're gonna have to layer some clothes. Like if you have shorter tops, then you have to tie something around, like a tie hoodie around your waist, or you have to layer clothes on top of other clothes so that they're more loose fitting, and they're not very tight, and they don't show your body, they don't hug your curves. Next is, do not mix gold and silver, ever. I made the mistake before I was a hijabi too. You're gonna notice that a lot of the mistakes that I made were before I was a hijabi, and then they continued on a little bit after I became a hijabi. I made the mistake of mixing gold and silver, which is a huge mistake in the mistakes of mistakes, okay? In the catalog of mistakes that is really high up there. You do not ever want to be mixing gold and silver, especially because we learned of the color wheel theory and all that stuff. I'm a gold girl. Even though I'm very cool toned and whatnot, I look better in gold than I do in silver. And I realized this, and as much as I love my silver jewelry, I don't wear it as much. I always lean more towards gold because I look better in it. And also with shoes and bags and hijabs even. Like hijabs have like a shimmery like tint and whatnot, some of those. So do not mix gold and silver, ever. That is a big no-no. You're gonna look very cheap, and it's not even looking cheap. It's just, you're not gonna look put together. And I'm sure everyone wants to look put together. But if you mix gold and silver, you're not gonna look put together. Just don't do it. Okay, the next one, this is literally a game changer. This makes you look so much more put together, is match your hijab with your pants or your shoes or your bag. Or something that you, like a jacket, like you put on top of your top. Do not match your hijab to your shirt and everything else is a match. Like, do not do that, because that makes you look so unprofessional and so not put together. In very, very small circumstances and very, very rare circumstances, you can match your shirt to your hijab or your hijab to your shirt, but I suggest you don't. Even if it's a dress, match your hijab. Your hijab is an accessory, and you have to match your accessory to other accessories. And I'm not saying pants are an accessory, but they definitely block, like in the block of your face and your body and your legs. Okay, breaking up colors makes you look much more put together than if you had like the top half of your body be one color and the bottom half and the rest of it be another color. Like, can we not? Talking about accessories, the next tip is accessorize to the moon, sun, and stars. Accessories are everything. Accessories literally make you go from zero to hero. As in, like, you could just wear a simple hijab and a simple loose shirt and simple pants, but if you accessorize it with cute little shoes and a cute little bag and a cute little glasses, you're gonna look so much more put together. And it's obviously just common sense, but common sense is not common, so I'm telling you so that you know. The next ones are specifically for your hijabs in general. Change up your hijab style. Change the hijab styles that you wear on a regular, like when you're starting out, or even when you're not, like even when you already know your signature hijab style, just change it up a bit, see if you want a new one, see if you like new ones. I did not think I was a hat girly until I got this hat a couple days ago, and I was like, I am now gonna wear my hat with my hijab, and only this one. And like, I don't care about the back of my hijab, so if you see the back of my hijab, mind your business, because I don't care. If I can't see it, it doesn't exist. So change up your hijab style, and you're gonna learn what makes your features stand out. You're gonna learn what suits your face shape, and you're gonna find your signature hijab style much, much sooner. When I started wearing hijab, I made the mistake of just doing one style, and I stuck to that style, and it was awful. And I am just telling you this because I had no other option, because I was very, very new into the world of hijab styles. Like, I would always watch those videos, but I didn't really care for them. Like, I was like, that's a secondary thing. It's not. Okay, do not put your hijab styles later. We need to put them, we need to prioritize looking good in our hijabs and a signature hijab style. Like, y'all, I'm considering this to be my signature winter hijab style because it's so cute. But usually there's a whole chart of hijab styles, right? And when you try them, you know what looks good and you know what doesn't, and you know what suits, and you know what suits your face shape and what doesn't. But if you don't try them out, then you'll never know. Okay, now we're getting into the tips, like the literal actionable steps that you do. And the first one is gonna be, let me show you. I literally needed to get all of these things so I can make my point clear. Get turtlenecks, and I swear by them. Like, I literally swear by them. So this one's kind of weird. This one's a mock turtleneck for the summer when you want to wear a t-shirt, an oversized t-shirt, and you look really street style and look really cute. You have sleeves and you have a neck, so you don't get hot. Okay, next one. Get yourself a white turtleneck, long sleeves, and a black turtleneck with long sleeves. Preferably a long neck too, so it covers, so you can do like hijab styles where you kind of like, you know, you don't have to cover your neck like really entirely, but your neck will be covered. And then get yourself a nude one. This one's like thicker, so it's a winter one. Get yourself a brown one. Okay. Get yourself a gray one. Okay, and gray is really important. You find out what gray suits you best. There's warm grays, cool grays, neutral grays, dark grays, light grays, whatever. I love grays, and I only get grays that suit my color palette. So this gray also has shorter sleeves. And get one in your favorite color, because why not? I got one in burgundy. It looks much more red and orange on this one. It was the autumn color last year, 2023. And I wore this and I felt so cute and I felt like the it girl. Okay, so the cough just took me. I didn't cough, the cough took me. Get sleeve covers like this one. This is fake. This is a fake sleeve cover. I'm not actually wearing something underneath because I would actually die of heat. It only reaches till about right there, and you cover it. And with loose things like this is why I wore it, because I love actually showing things in action. So this, you see this is how loose it is. You see when you go like this, when you raise your hand to go to the bathroom in class, you see that? Like, you're literally have your arm shows. So sleeve covers, your best friend. The next one is get white and black undercaps. And I struggle with stretching my undercaps really, like, a lot. Like, I struggle with like stretching them out really bad. So I don't have my black undercap anymore because I stretched it out too much and I threw it in the trash because it was literally useless. It was so bad. It was like a rag. Like, you could use it to mop the floors. Okay, but let me show you the white one. The white one's amazing. I have two that I like to switch up. This one is my favorite. Like, I love this one, and no matter if it's in the winter or in the summer. The mesh back undercap from Culture Hijab. Lifesaver. It keeps my hair inside all the time, the whole time, and it's so breathable. And as you can see by this, it's very stretchy, and it's kind of dirty. I need to wash it, honestly, but I'm just showing you so that you know I love and use it all the time. Next is this one that's very, very similar, but it just has a jersey back. Like, it's not mesh, it's actual fabric. And I use this one a lot too, and this one has like a thicker front than the Culture Hijab one. I think the Culture Hijab one is used for like summer, but I use it in the winter too. So both of these interchangeably, white is the best. And I did start wearing more colors recently, like 6 months ago. Started wearing more colors, and white and black does go with a lot of things, but I do, if you want to get into colors, get undercaps that match your hijabs, or even better, get a matching set. And the last one, which I'm kind of sad this video is ending, that's getting really long. The last tip is to watch a lot of hijabi creators, content creators. They will motivate you to wear your hijab. They will also motivate you to learn about it. And really, like, the way to like wear your hijab and keep wearing it for the rest of your life is you learn what the purpose of hijab is, why you're wearing it, who you're wearing it for, and what it makes you do. 'Cause it is an effort, daily effort, to wear your hijab, style it, and be confident in it, and also not break the laws of your religion. Not wear something that's super tight, or not wear something that shows your bottom, or not wear something that shows your neck. Like, it's always such a deen dunya balance that it's hard to get right all the time, and it's hard to get right especially in the beginning. So you either lean really, really close towards religion and you become very miserable in the dunya, or when I say miserable in the dunya, I mean like you think you're miserable in the dunya, because if you're really close into religion, you're not gonna be miserable. But I'm just saying, like, in the first couple months, I was so focused on my mindset and whatnot, which is great, but I forgot that I kind of had to integrate it into my life. I was like, I don't care how I look in my hijab, and I honestly, it shows. Like, I did not care how I looked in my hijab a lot, and I looked bad, not great. I'm gonna tag some people right here. These are influencers that I personally watch that really helped me with staying motivated, wearing the hijab, with styling the hijab. I watch like a whole different sum up of different lifestyles of people, so it's not just all one category. And these people, like, they really did help me in general with keeping me motivated on why I wear it, who I wear it for, and no matter what anyone says about it or how anyone thinks like you're oppressed and whatnot, like, there's memes, okay? There's memes and there's videos of that for a reason, because people actually do say these things to us. But it's okay. Just keep going. Literally, God will give you the strength. He will give you the patience. He will give you the iman. And if you are not a hijabi yet and you're struggling to wear the hijab, my blessings go out to you, and may Allah give you the strength and strengthen your iman and give you the patience to wear it so that you can come with me to Jannah. Bye!